At his peak, Pablo Escobar was spending $2,500 every single month just on rubber bands to hold his cash together. Pablo Escobar wasn't just a drug lord. He was a one-man government. At the height of his power, he controlled 80% of the world's cocaine supply, smuggling 15 tons of cocaine into the United States every single day. But here's what most people don't know. His real weapon wasn't guns. It was money, and he used it to buy an entire country. Escobar had a simple philosophy for anyone who stood in his way. He called it Plata o Plomo, silver or lead, accept my bribe or accept my bullet. It wasn't a threat, it was a business offer, and almost everyone took the money. Judges, politicians, police officers, military generals, nobody was off limits. At one point, Escobar was bribing over 400 Colombian judges simultaneously. Court cases against him vanished overnight. Witnesses disappeared. Evidence was destroyed. The entire justice system of Colombia was on his payroll. But Escobar didn't stop at judges. He went straight to the top. In 1982, he actually got himself elected to the Colombian Congress as an alternate representative. He shook hands with the president. He sat in government meetings. A drug lord was making the laws of his own country. When journalists started exposing him, they were assassinated. When politicians tried to fight back, their families were threatened. One justice minister who refused his bribes was murdered in cold blood on the street. Here's the genius part. While he was corrupting the government, he was also buying the love of the poor. He built football stadiums in slums. He constructed entire neighborhoods for homeless families. He handed out cash in the streets of Medellin. To the government, he was a terrorist. To the poor people of Colombia, he was practically a saint. This made him almost impossible to catch, because millions of ordinary people were protecting him willingly. Eventually, the bribes stopped working. A new generation of Colombian officials, backed by the United States refused the silver and survived the lead. Colombia changed its laws specifically to stop Escobar from escaping justice. The manhunt became the most expensive in history. On December 2, 1993, just one day after his 44th birthday, Pablo Escobar was shot dead on a rooftop in Medellin. But the system he built, the culture of bribing governments, that didn't die with him. It still exists in cartels across the world today. Pablo Escobar didn't just traffic cocaine. He trafficked power, and for over a decade, he won. If you want to know how the world's most wanted man hid from an entire government for years, subscribe, because that story is coming next.